Women educators are natural givers, pouring into their students, their families, and communities. But what about pouring into you? This is the Educator Sanctuary, where we help you ditch the guilt and unapologetically put yourself at the top of your list. I'm Dr. Leah, educator, mindset coach, and your guide to creating a life where you align with your purpose and reclaim your power. So if you're ready to set boundaries and step fully into the woman you're meant to be, you're definitely in the right place. Let's get into it.
Hey, and welcome back to the Educator Sanctuary, where we have big conversations, mindset shifts, personal growth, and all the things that help you live more intentionally. Whether you are a mom, teacher, community leader, or just a woman holding space for others, this show is for you. I'm Dr. Leah. If you haven't met me, hey. And today I'm going to be talking about creating a winning start. And one thing that I want to start today's show by is by asking you a question. And that question is, are you waking up with intention every day, or are you just waking up reacting to your day? I used to be a person who could just get up and go. I would make sure that I said like, oh, thank God, thank you for waking me up or whatever. But it was literally like I dove right into my day. Or worse, I would hit snooze about 2 to 3 times because I just was not ready to get started with my day. And after that, I jumped up in a panic because I knew I was already behind, and that pretty much was my norm most of the time. But what happened is, a few years ago, everybody's life slowed down a lot. And I used that time to start easing into my mornings. So during that time, I was part of a large group, and in that group was lots of wealthy people. And I say wealthy, I mean multi-million dollars a year people, $100,000 a week people. And they started sharing their morning routines about being intentional with your time, about making sure that you spend minutes, whether it's meditating or praying or reading or journaling or whatever, but everybody had a morning routine. And so that helped me become aware of my actions and what I was doing and what I was not doing. So everything started out pretty uncomfortable at first because it was new. I started out with 5 minutes, and then I progressed it to 10 minutes. And then slowly but surely, I began creating a rhythm and routine for myself that felt really good. Something that I actually started looking forward to every single morning. Fast forward, that routine turned into something like, oh, this is my non-negotiable. No one's going to take this time away from me. It has to happen. And as of today, I have my phone on Do Not Disturb. I do not answer anybody's calls. I do not pick up my phone and start scrolling social media. I do not get sidetracked. My morning routine is for me, and it is a non-negotiable. My time is so intentional now, and I look forward to it so much. I've added in some things. For example, I like listening to 10 to 15 minutes of a digital book if I can. It's not necessarily about doing more, but it's about doing what I feel is aligned with me, with my purpose, with what I want out of life, with what I'm moving towards. So those are the things that I try to pour into myself in the morning before I start my day. I personally love being able to read books. So if I can listen to one in the morning, that works for me. I love praise and worship time. It doesn't matter what time anybody cuts it on. That's what I start my day with in the morning. I love journaling. That's what I want to do in the morning. So I'm never too tired in the evening and then feel bad about not being able to get it in because, oh, I was so busy or so productive or whatever. I do it in the morning, and then I don't have to worry about the fact that I didn't get to it if I don't get to it in the evening. I make sure that I pour into myself first. Having this routine has helped me grow so much that I recently changed my social media bio to reflect that I'm on a journey to become 1% better every day. On that page is where I post like my workout, like my parenting moments, my reading time, anything that is part of my life on this journey. It's natural to me. Not because my routine is so perfect, not because I got everything down well, but because I'm sharing the life that I'm choosing to be intentional with, and also intentional in seeking other people on that same journey and being able to attract them into my ecosystem so that I can have people that I am connecting with and talking to, and we are on the same page and we're happy on our journeys together. Now, I'm personally not saying that you have to do everything I do. You don't have to do the reading and the journaling and the devotional and all this other stuff, because that's not where I started. I actually started with one thing for 5 minutes, and I did that one thing for 5 minutes very well. And then I increased my time and I added something else. The whole purpose of creating a winning start to your day Hey, Educator Sanctuary listeners. Are you a homeschooling mom or thinking about it, but feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or maybe unsure how to confidently guide your child's learning journey? Maybe you're craving time for self-care, rest, or just a break, but you feel like you're doing it all on your own without anyone to turn to for help. Let me introduce you to Purpose Prep Academy, an online and in-person STEAM micro school for learners in grades K-8. Purpose Prep Academy isn't just any school. It's a space where young minds are nurtured, empowered, and taught to lead with confidence, curiosity, and purpose. Purpose Prep Academy focuses on providing students with the academic tools they need while fostering personal growth to help them thrive both inside and outside the classroom. At Purpose Prep Academy, they offer personalized learning, foster critical thinking, and provide real-world applications to help students become 21st century leaders and change makers. If you're looking for a program that can help you reclaim your time, give you peace of mind, or simply give your child a space to thrive, Purpose Prep Academy could be exactly what you've been looking for. Want to learn more? Visit purposeprepacademy.org to schedule a virtual meeting or an experience day and find out if Purpose Prep Academy is the right fit for your family. Is simply about giving to yourself every day on purpose. It is about setting an intention with your morning every day. It is about making sure that you put yourself first, that you are at the top of your list. The whole reason why this entire podcast exists. A lot of people do wake up in the morning and grab their phones. They do open up their social media and start scrolling. But that to me is like you're still waking up and you're making it a habit to pour into somebody else every single day rather than pour into you first. And this is what we have to learn. We have to learn to take that time back because you are the number one person in your life. So some things that I do not recommend in order to create a winning start would be don't touch your phone in the morning unless it's to listen to your Bible app or an audio book or meditation or something like that. Do not touch your phone. Put yourself first and pour into what you need first. Then you can move on into the day with your goals, because the truth is a lot of people, they are waking up and they are busy running mad crazy all day. And then they're not any closer to their goals because they were busy, but busy doesn't always mean productive. I know people who have a to-do list of about 20 things and they're still not any closer to their goals today than they were a year ago because they're letting the day run them instead of them running the day. Writing out what your goals are, and preferably the day before, tells your brain that you're setting time for yourself. It is telling your brain where you're planning on going. It is telling your brain what matters to you today. It's literally the same as if you were going on a trip. You would probably want to pick out your route and see how you're going to get there. You probably want to compare how you're going to get there faster. Rarely are you just going to jump in the car and let the trip tell you what to do. But this is what we like to do with our lives. So every single day, you should be starting your day with some kind of roadmap. Not that the trip has to go perfectly, but that you at least have an idea of the route that you want to take. And if things need to shift, then you can shift them, but you still need an idea of what it is you want to do and what you should be doing with your day. The more you do these things, things will start to shift for you. Like your days will start to unfold in ways that you never even imagined. So for example, now you probably have a lot of things coming at you, work that needs to be done, people that need you to do things for them, someone else adding something to your to-do list that you didn't even want to do or know you had to do. But when you start shifting your mindset and creating those neural pathways for you to be able to put yourself first, your days will start to unfold and actually let you get your work done. It will allow you to start to move forward with your goals, and it will allow you to be able to reach those goals in peace. But don't get me wrong, because it's not going to be as simple as that when you first start. Remember, if you've ever listened to any episode on the podcast, and if you haven't, go back and listen to all of them, but we have a subconscious mind, and our subconscious mind's job is to keep us safe. And how are we safe? If everything is predictable, it doesn't like change. So when you start to change things, you might feel people, more frustrations, more distractions pulling at you, and it might seem like more than ever, but that is the biggest distraction. You have to learn how to start resisting and pulling back and saying, no, that was me before. This is not the me now. You have to start learning how to do what you say matters to you and choose you first every single time. The same way that you would go to the gym and train your muscles, you would have to train your mind, you have to train your family, you have to train your friends, you have to draw boundaries with these people and places and things, because all of these things will matter to your life moving forward. I am personally an avid reader. If you ever heard me say that, I love to read. And I listen to a lot of podcasts and a lot of YouTube, and I've never heard of millionaire, billionaire, or any high performer that does not have a routine. Not because they have more time, because we all get the same 24 hours, but because they have learned to reclaim their time and do what matters to them first. So that said, at the Educator Sanctuary, we have homework. And so here's your homework for this week. I want you to start small and just reclaim your morning by choosing just one thing to do on purpose. Maybe it's silence. Maybe it's prayer. Maybe it's 5 minutes of journaling or walking. If you are a person and you say, oh, well, I already do that, then add another 5 minutes or add something else that you need to do. If you are a person and you're like, I like to work out, but I don't get to work out every day, start getting up to stretch in the morning. Whatever it is, pick something, start with that and stick with it, and let that be the beginning of your winning start or an extension of your winning start. I hope that helps. Now, if this episode spoke to you and you found yourself nodding like, or if it gave you something to reflect on, I absolutely would love for you to share this. You can watch the full episode of this show and plenty others on YouTube, or you can stay right here at audio and listen and share it with a friend who's also working on being more intentional. Please, if you have not already, subscribe. It really does help us grow the show. So subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us here on whatever podcast platform you're listening to, but also on social media. Share with 5 or 10 people to say, hey, I was just thinking about you and this sounds, because I know you know someone that's busy. I know you know someone that's always busy. I know you know someone that's always in the trenches. And I'm pretty sure you can easily send this to 10 people who would love to hear this message. So if you could, please send it to them. Please also like, subscribe, and leave a review, whether it's on Apple, Spotify, or even a comment on YouTube. It helps us more than you know. And it also helps us keep this space growing with women who are like you, ready to do the work and ready to elevate their lives. Before we go, I would like to say that you are a winner, starting with now as you have made your way through this podcast that pours into you. Thank you so much for showing up for yourself, and thank you for being a part of the Educator Sanctuary. Until next time, keep growing, keep choosing you, and keep giving yourself that winning start. Talk soon. Thank you for joining me in the Educator Sanctuary, where we create a space for women educators to reclaim their power and prioritize themselves unapologetically. If you love what you've heard, please do not forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share this podcast with other amazing women who need to hear this message. Until next time, remember, you are capable, You are powerful and you are absolutely worthy. You've got this. Talk soon.